Good evening. I'm in St. Petersburg, Russia. I am a Canadian citizen. It is February 8, 2021. And I've been following very closely the events that are happening in Canada around COVID. And I wanted to share with the people back home. I'm in St. Petersburg, Russia, downtown. I'm crossing the road now where there are no lockdowns and life basically proceeds as normal and has for many, many months. There was a 2 week shutdown when COVID was first announced. And then after that, there was reopening, and businesses are open, gyms are open, restaurants are open. I'm standing now in front of what is the Leningrad train station, and people are hustling about, and you can see the crowds. Uh, and this is actually a very light day today because it's minus 15. So I think some people decided to stay home, but certainly you can see the volume of people out here, and there's just a lot of activity always. If it was a little bit warmer out, there would be street performers uh, at the square where we're going through right now. And I'm going to walk into a mall and show the retail outlets and a cafe that's open. So now we're standing in front of a square that connects up to the subway station, and it's a bit of a busy spot that way. And now I'm facing what they call the Galleria Mall, which is just one of the many malls here in St. Petersburg. And so I stress that I go to restaurants frequently. Uh, there are some controls here. The COVID numbers in Russia were very high, and there were a lot of case numbers. But even during the second wave, when they had their peak, bodies were not piling up in the streets. Hospitals were not overrun. They're able to get their vaccine out in a very efficient manner. My wife is able to get the vaccine if she wants to tomorrow. It's about a 3 day wait if you call the medical clinic to get that. In this country, I can get a rapid test at any pharmacy. I can just buy one, and I can get a COVID test if I want one immediately, and you get the results. If you're willing to pay a little bit, you can get the results in a day. So you're not waiting up to 3 days for your test results. And so now I'm going to walk into a mall. They do ask that you wear a mask in the mall, and most people do that. You can see the crowds coming in. Okay, so now we're going into a retail outlet, a mall here, and you can see that there are a lot of people, and retail outlets are wide open. There are people shopping. Salons are open. Hairdressers are open. And people are still functioning basically like normal. Not much has changed. They ask that you wash your hands, and most stores will actually give you a mask when you walk in if you want one, and they almost all have hand washing stations if you want to use that. And here we've got a Starbucks in the mall, and so I'm going to go to the Starbucks for a minute and show that there are people buying coffee just like we used to at Tim Hortons, and they're enjoying their coffee in the cafe. I wish I could have gone into a restaurant too, just to show that as well, but there isn't one very close to here. And so there were no limits on family gatherings. During the Christmas and New Year's break, families got together, enjoyed Christmas together, enjoyed New Year's together. There were no limits. There weren't fining people for seeing their families. Senior citizens here, they show extra precaution at all the seniors' homes to say that they screen you with a temperature check and this type of thing, but you can go see your relatives, and the relatives can go see you. They're not locked in. And so the senior citizens here still have their families. And I know my wife's family was able to have their elderly relatives come into their home over the Christmas holiday and through New Year's. And I have to stress, this is a slow day. If I had come here when the temperature was a little bit warmer, I would have imagined there would have been almost twice as many people gathering through here. And I mean, I let the pictures show for themselves, but you can see how people are functioning like normal here in St. Petersburg. I'm just going to head out just even to show, because they asked, there's discussion about social distancing, but as you can see, nobody really cares. It's trying to go into an exit here, and they're all packed in. Just going to slip my way in here. People, strangers here, and now I'm back in the square. So Canadians, this is what's happening here, and it's basically life like normal. And this virus is here, but they're taking it seriously, but they're using common sense. And the country's not falling apart. The economy is still functioning, and there's no need for the draconian measures that we see in Canada. So I thank you for your time. I'm going to check out.